Welcome back to 2064 Read-Only Memories. We are a product reviewer, well, probably a freelance writer of a sort, meant to be reviewing a product right now. And in the last video we played around with some smart headphones, and now we've got to write a review about them. And this is our first time opening up our laptop. Let's check. Yawn. Let's check our mail first. Your inbox, a hell so terrifying, so specific, so personal, that no other living thing should dare enter. Luckily, you're the only person with a password. You gaze into the abyss, and the abyss gazes back. And then it sends you spam. It's a little Nietzsche reference. One of the most well-known phrases in philosophy. Let's check the cheap... Does that say cheap Karsh? Cheap Karsh no-now? Spam email. Read spam mail. Get cheap crash. Only 9 credit, 212 stems. Apparently it's a drug called crash. Next to the spam we have a scam. Oh god, not a princess email. Yeah, it's one of those. Exactly what you expect. Typical Nigerian princess email. Grab yourself some Vegemite and welcome to the kingdom. Queendom, excuse me. I just misgendered the entire nation. The queendom, apparently of Australia. Referring to the Vegemite and whatnot. I guess they might have Vegemite in other countries. I just know it because of that song about Australia, though. Okay, we've got a bill that says past due. 1396.4 credits. I wonder if that number's a reference to something. This game seems to be full of references. Power plant power. That's a redundant name to be getting your electricity from. Ah, the age-old choice between food and electricity. OMG Zounds, work email. Editor for WTF Sounds, formerly OMG Zounds. Audio review, yeah, looking for hot talent. Yeah, so I'm a freelancer that got hired by a new magazine to review some headphones. This is awfully mundane so far for a future cyberpunk video game. And quite silly as well. VTech? VTech? Is VTech about to kick in, yo? Vintage Tech. #1 source for classic technology. Model in keyboard. It's forcing me to unsubscribe from newsletter. I don't have any other choice. Request denied. Subscription cannot be modified. Well, that's okay, I guess. Xmas Light. Invite to see the ceremonial lighting of the Christmas tree downtown. Why would your dentist invite you to a lighting ceremony? Feels like a trap. Probably a trap. I might be talking too loud for how close the microphone is. I just saw out of the corner of my eye some red levels. Sorry if that blew out the mic and sounded horrible. Hassie Infinity promotional email. 5 credits back on a Hassie. Oh, it just did a little jingle while I was talking. All the calories with none of the nutritional value, opposite of a diet version. Let's see if I can get you to hear that jingle again since I talked over it last time. I'm guessing our rent is overdue too. Oh, just nearly due. Okay. Alright, no, not log out. We looked at everything here. Back, there we go. Oh look, my inbox has a single digit that's too blurry to read, and my spam has thousands of mail. Let's look at this thing that looks exactly like a YouTube logo called Lips Live. 12:20. Oh, it's almost Christmas. They were talking about the Christmas lighting. It's 12:20. Yep. All right, let's go in there. Oh, now the beats are connecting to one of the less pornographic feeds. I guess that's a good thing, since I'm going to be posting this on YouTube. Video game streams. Oh. We're getting awfully meta here. Looking at some video game streams on YouTube while I'm recording a video game for YouTube. My mind is full of fuck. Okay. Can we get something different when we look again? Nope. What is happening? I was moving the cursor while I was still inside the watch. Okay, journal logic is how we write to review. But we're putting off writing the review. We don't want to miss anything. We'll write the review once we check everything else out. Neo, Oklahoma sounds so bizarre. Oh, and people are still confused by the name. Oh, okay, because it's called OK Today. Okay like Oklahoma instead of like okay is what they think, but that's not what it means. Oh my. We've got a whole set of articles we can look at. Current events. The Human Revolution. The Human Revolution, that's that Deus Ex game. I could theoretically play one of those for this year of Blade Runner, but I'm not planning to. Depends on if I get any time. I might play one of the Deus Ex games. Probably the most recent one. That's the only one I haven't played at all yet. What was the most recent one? Not Human Revolution. Was Human Revolution the most recent one? So the Human Revolution is a political group trying to stop people from getting augmented. Genus is a gene splicing. Well, that's conveniently named. It'll be easy to remember what it is since it's called a genus. So yeah, people are upset that people are getting augmented and they're protesting at Genus to try to maintain their humanity. Now we're starting to get into some like serious cyberpunk stuff here. This is what we were looking for. Individual rights have always been paramount. Customers have the right to live as they please. Whereas the Human Revolution says that they're diluting the human experience by providing hybrids with gene splice. I'm thinking hybrids is being used as a slur here. Warping humanity into a very scary, dark future. playing God in the most senseless of ways. We were born human. Who are we to mess with our genes and start turning everybody into who knows what? Said one protester who asked to remain anonymous. Ridiculous and scary. It's not human. Charlie Nova. And this guy looks like some sort of... Oh, it's actually giving me an actual hand to actually click directly on.
Hey, it's Charlie Nova, host of Star in the Stratosphere and Tonight in the Stars. Join Ryan V. Josio and the Hassy Boys for our 10th annual TMI New Year's Eve special, where I'll interview some of the hottest celebrities and find out what their plans are for 2065. Tune in or join us live at Union Square for the big show, starting at 10 p.m.
Yeah, he would appear to be a Ryan Seacrest type. Sports story, blah. Oh, they still got the 49ers, eh? Quest for 10, I don't know what that means. Apparently there's an expansion team in the future called the Mexico City Luchadors. That's really stereotypical there. Luchadors. I mean, there's nothing wrong with luchadors, but there's no reason to call a football team that. That's a whole different sport. Oh. And apparently we have females playing football in the future. Patricia Lopez, accused of having illegal cybernetic enhancements. Oh, there we go. There's some cyberpunk for you. Now we're getting somewhere. Certain modifications banned by the league. But they found no evidence to substantiate the rumors. Ah, the first woman ever quarterback in a major football team. Tokyo Titans. Tokyo has a team. Luckily without a racially stereotypical name. But that's got to be a hell of a travel schedule, flying all the way over from Tokyo for every game. And Kansas City is still called the Chiefs. That's interesting. Wait. No, wait. Is there a Chiefs football team? Wait. I was thinking the Redskins at first, but wait. There's a baseball team. Is there a Chiefs? I guess there is a... Are there two teams named after Native Americans? I always forget about Kansas City. Is that even right, or is that like baseball or something? I am not a sportsman. This is all sorts of flavor information we don't even need, but, you know, it paints the mood of the world we're living in. What? A story about a broken down froyo stand. What world is this? Golden Gate Park vandalism. JJ's froyo stand was destroyed last night in what appears to be another case of rogue ROM committing acts of vandalism. ROM. Rogue ROM. A large ROM that had no shell. First case of a ROM living on its own in the wild. Tracking down a potential owner is likely impossible. What is a ROM in this sense? Is it a type of robot, being that the original meaning of ROM is a computer term? Although people are speculating the ROM may have been framed. Alright. Rogue ROM is a myth that pops up conveniently when low-revenue businesses, like for example a Froyo store, have the urge to file an insurance claim. So I guess Parallax makes ROMs, and they don't believe there are any rogue ROMs doing damage. So it's definitely some sort of manufactured thing. Not sure if it's a robot or a bioengineered animal. I'm sure we will find out more about... Oh, I just got a trophy for reading the paper. Alright. Okay. We are done reading. Let's go do our report on the Beats headphones. Not by Dre. The only word editor, it still gets updates for a machine as old as my crappy old laptop. Or as I call it, a crap top. We've spent most of a video just looking at my computer. This game is just full of all sorts of selling your soul bit by bit, character by character. Finished. Now to send it off to the editor. What a bleak description of the story of the product review article writer. But this article may be my ticket out of poverty and into a book deal. Surely. Time for bed. Maybe I don't want to go to bed. Maybe I want to try to write another article. Make some extra money. Whoops, wrong button. The article is done and the idea of typing anything else makes you feel ill. Okay. Can I look at YouTube now that I'm done with work? Exciting fashion show. Whoops. I skipped over that text. I think it said something about naked bodies. Yep. 80%. That's way more than the YouTube. I've been on the wrong YouTube if this one's got 80% naked bodies. You know what I'm saying? That's what they get for naming it Lips Live. Ha ha ha. Ah, puns. Okay. Let's go to bed. Do a sleep. Let me save first. My cat was just sneezing. I don't know if you could hear that. Probably not. Probably wasn't loud enough. Yeah, saves. Slot. Oh. Hello, keyboard. Oh, it's not even chapter 1. We're still in the prologue, 2 videos in. It's madness. How long is this game? Probably not very long if I actually did the things I needed to do instead of reading every single thing and messing around. Okay, how do I just go back to playing the game? Oh, there we go. Let's go to sleep and see what happens. I bet something's gonna happen. Wait, stay awake. Oh, I was hoping it would say something. Like, why did you click on the bed if you want to stay awake? But we'll go to sleep. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Who's that? It's a robot screen face. Messing with my computer. What'd you do to my computer?
Good. You're finally awake.
Well, he's got an awfully friendly voice for somebody that just broke into my house in the middle of the night.
I'm honestly not sure why most humans still have such lengthy sleep cycles. It seems rather inconvenient.
Yeah, you're right about that. It is very
Are
inconvenient.
you significantly opposed to cybernetic augments?
None of the choices are answering the question. What the hecky? What?
Oh, I hope you don't mind. While you were asleep, I had some spare time on my hands, so I reorganized your records and entertainment media using BISAC.
Okay. You also picked that piece of paper up off the floor, I see.
Once that was done, I found the cleanliness of your living and workspace to be suboptimal conditions for the long-term performance of my microactuators. So I took the liberty of cleaning the place up a bit.
I notice you did not fix the sink, though.
As you awoke, I was attempting to interface and make performance adjustments to your personal computer, but I've run into a bit of a snag.
A snag.
Unfortunately, your motherboard seems to have had a critical failure while I was attempting to remove some particularly nasty malware.
Uh-huh.
An electrical surge caused significant damage to several other components as well. I would consider it no great loss, though.
Bro, I need that laptop and I don't have money to buy another one.
Why were you using that dinosaur to begin with?
Capitalism, my man. I don't have enough money for a new computer.
Don't fret.
Oh, well,
I
that
did manage
solves
to back
everything.
up your data drive's contents on my storage before the crash. Additionally, I am willing to serve as your personal computer until you can procure a replacement or provide the parts necessary for me to make the repairs.
Dude, who told you to come in here and just insert yourself into my life like this? You've got serious boundary issues for a robot.
It is the least I can do.
The least you could do was not be here in the first place. That's nice, but you still haven't told me why you're here.
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to engage you in any sort of subterfuge, but I tend to ramble on a bit when I'm nervous. I have all the necessary protocols, but I've never actually spoken to another person besides Hayden, until now.
Hayden? You know Hayden Weber? I mean, I don't know Hayden Weber, but okay.
Well, saying I know Hayden is putting it simply, but yes.
I haven't seen Hayden in over a year. Where is he?
I don't really know. That's why I'm here. Help me. You aren't quite my only hope, but you're certainly the most statistically supported.
Slow down. Just start from the beginning.
The beginning. Okay. Yes, I can do that. Earlier tonight, Hayden's apartment was assaulted by some persons unknown to me. He seemed frightened, terrified even, and instructed me to escape. I crawled out of a window and, after some deliberation, hurried here. I heard them breaking down the door as I left.
Why would they want Hayden?
He is one of the top researchers at Parallax, but there's no way that alone would be enough to get him kidnapped. I suspect it has to do with me.
Who are you anyway? What do you have to do with this?
Excuse me.
Yeah?
I forgot to introduce myself. I've never had the pleasure of doing so before.
Clippy. No.
I am Turing.
Turing. That's appropriate.
I know this must sound quite unflattering, but I suppose you could describe me as one of Hayden's experiments. He's currently researching advanced machine intelligence at Parallax. I am a personal side project of his. Exploring true artificial sapience. It's possible that the idea of a sapient machine could scare or tempt an organization into kidnapping him. Either to stop his research or to take it and use it for themselves.
Okay, so ROMs are robots made by Parallax. But this guy seems to be the first one that's actually intelligent. How are you different from any other ROM?
A regular ROM has virtual intelligence.
Uh-huh.
They can appear rather smart, even human-seeming when you talk to them. But they're just cleverly programmed to respond to a variety of situations in an organic manner. They aren't in any way self-deterministic. As for myself, much of my code wasn't actually written by Hayden, but rather compiled during my infancy as I learned to interact with the world around me. But despite my ability to self-modify my code, I am afraid to adapt or develop any further without Hayden's guidance.
Uh-huh.
Did he only program me with the illusion of free will?
How would you know one way or the other?
How would you? Hayden once told me that his desire to create artificial life stemmed from his need to find out. But I can't say I have any new insight into the question. How can any of us tell that we aren't just puppets dancing to someone else's will?
I think we're getting a little too philosophical here.
You're right. I apologize for the tangent. I ran an algorithm against every contact in Hayden's address book. Based on the combined deductions of personal profile, directness of connection to Hayden, occupational skill, and probable motive, you were the candidate most likely to both be able and willing to help me. And the one least likely to be suspected of doing so.
I've never looked for a missing person, but I could try.
The numbers don't lie about your investigative skills, but I will admit your total lack of recent successes is worrisome.
Excuse me? We'll see about that.
Don't worry, if Hayden trusted you, I trust you. You're strong-willed and capable.
Yeah.
If anything, it's worth trying for Hayden.
Was anyone out for Hayden?
I don't know. I'm not certain who would benefit the most from taking Hayden prisoner. Admittedly, Hayden has become increasingly paranoid as of late, and has warned me to stay alert. But he would never specify anyone I should fear when I asked. It's not as though he has any obvious enemies. There are several multinational corporations that could make use of his engineering skills, but I can't imagine any of them would go as far as snatching him.
Well, then I guess we should get started.
Indeed, time is of the essence. I took the liberty of charging the AutoCab fare from here to Hayden's apartment to your personal finance account, and the car has just arrived.
You son of a bitch. I can totally afford that. Lead the way. It's now the next day, and we're arriving at Hayden's apartment.
Strange.
What?
Well, the door for our home seems to have already been repaired.
That is strange.
I'm certain my audio sensors picked up the sounds of his assailants breaking the lock.
Alright, we're gonna cut this off for now, and we'll continue checking out Hayden's apartment in the next video.